Hello everyone, good morning all. So today we will see the common errors occurs while doing the DML or DDL operations in SQL Server. So for that purpose, let's create a customer table. So in this customer table, it has a customer ID, which is an identity column, and it has a primary key. It is defined as a primary key constraint. Then second column is customer number, in which we have mentioned the check constraint, which indicates the customer number should be greater than 0. Then email address, which should be unique. Then last name and first name should be not null. Then middle name, which is allowing the null values, and then area code, which is seven, by default 71,000. It means that if we have not mentioned any code, then it will, by default it will inserted or updated as a 71,000. Then address column and then country column, in which also default constraint is there, and which is indicating Malaysia if we have not given at the time of insert. So let's create a country table, sorry, customer table. Now what I am doing, I am adding one more column, which is a phone number column, and which is integer of data type, right? So let me add the column. Now now if you see over here, it is a primary key. Customer ID is a primary key in the customers table. So we have created one bank table, in which account number is there and customer ID is there, which is referencing customer customer ID, customer table, customer ID. It means this is a foreign key in bank table, which is referencing customer ID in customer table, right? So let me create the bank table. So bank table is created. Now now let me try to insert the values in the customer table, and let's see what it is showing. So this, okay, these three rows are inserted into the customer table, right? So I have forget to mention the first column, which is customer ID column. So I have dropped the customer and bank table again and created both the table again. So now let me try to insert the data into the same, right, into the customer table. So this can be the common error, you can consider as a common error while inserting the data into the table. So let me insert the data into the customer table. So an explicit value for identity column in the table customer can only be specified when a column list is used and identity insert is on. So now I have written that error over here. Now what is the meaning of this error? So whenever you define any column as an identity column, it will take values automatically into that particular column. We do not need to mention the values in the customer table at the time of insertion. But if you want to do the explicit insertion insertion into that particular identity column, then what you have to do, then you have to mention, understand this error properly. Customer can only be specified when a column list is used. So at that time you need to specify all the column names uh, specifically, to write the column names explicitly, right, of a particular table. And another thing is set use identity insert is on. So this is one of the properties of SQL server, right? Identity insert is on. So this is particularly one of the property of SQL Server. So let me do set identity insert on which table? Customer table, right? And on. So let me do that. Now let me try to insert the three values into this particular table. So this is another error we are getting, right? There are more columns in the insert statement than the value specified in the value clause. So what is the meaning of this? So if you see over here, here there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 columns are there, right? So here we need to give values to the customer ID also, and now we can try to insert into this particular table. So it is now successful, right? We have done set identity insert on, as well as we have explicitly mentioned the column names, right? Now this error will not occur, and now we can give set identity insert off on this particular table and then off, right? So this is the second error normally coming while doing the DML operations on particular table. Now, now if you see over here, let me select the data from the customer and select star from bank table as well. Now if you see, the data is available in the customer table and bank table we need to insert, right? But now let me try to insert this data into the bank table. So I am taking 23 as a customer ID. So again this error is coming. The insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraint. The conflict occur in database this and table customer ID. So what is it is saying? If you see over here the structure of this bank table, it has an account number and customer ID. So customer ID is a foreign key in this particular table, which is referencing customer ID of customers table, right? So we cannot insert any other customer ID which is not present in the customers table. So that is the meaning of foreign key. It should be referencing customer ID. Then only the insertion will be successful. So apart from, let me select again. So apart from 100, 200 and 300, we cannot give any other customer ID into this particular table. So let me now try to insert this one, these three records. So it will be successful. Okay, now what is the error? Okay, now let me see. Okay, now 1, 2 and 3 we have to give, right? Because our customer ID is 1, 2 and 3. So now these three records are inserted right into the bank table. Now let me try to insert this record. So it will again give the foreign key references error, right? Because 400 is not a value in the customer ID column, right? Now let me try to do another DML operation, which is delete statement into the customer table, and let me tell you what error it is giving. So the delete statement conflicted with the reference constraint. This one, the conflict occur in the database this and bank and customer ID. So over here what is the issue? Because in the bank table, so let me select the data of the customer and bank table. So over here, if you see the customer ID one record is already existed in the bank table. So we cannot directly delete the data from the customer table because it is a parent table, right? Customer is a parent table and bank is a child table. So we cannot delete directly record in the parent table. Firstly, we need to delete data from the bank table. Then only we can delete from the customer table. Now let's see another example. So actually I have created this backup table of the customer. Select star from customer and select star from customer underscore BKP. Now whenever we do union all or intersect any kind of this operation, then we have a common columns in both the tables, right? We have a common data in both the tables, sorry, common columns in both the tables, then only we can able to do. And also the data type of the particular columns will be the same, number of columns will be the same, and data types of whatever the columns we are doing the union, the data type also should be the same, right? Then only we can do the union all or intersect operations. But now what I have done over here, I have reversed the column name into both the statement in union while doing union. So it will be because of the customer ID and last name as well as email ID and customer number. Data type is not same, right? This email ID and customer number data type is not same. So it is trying to do the conversion of the email ID into the integer. So it will definitely throw the error, right? So you need to take care while doing these union intersect or union all operation. You need to take care the arrangement of columns in both the statement or number of statements whichever you have defined. So it should be the same as well as data type also should be the same. Now Now let me try to insert the data into the customer table again. So it will insert the data into the customer table. Now let me try to do another insertion. So now it is giving some error, right? Violation. So violation of unique key constraint, cannot insert duplicate key object in customer. The duplicate key value is null. So over here, which is our third column? We need to check that. Our third column is email address, right? Email address. An email address is a unique key constraint, right? Unique key constraint into this particular table. So whenever you define any column as a unique key constraint, it will allow only one null value. Null, it will allow only, here it should be unique constraint is allow only one null value in the table. So this second null value, which is of this one email ID, it will not allow to insert us, right? So that will be the error. Now let me try to do the update as well. So it will throw the same error. We cannot do the update also as well, right? Because unique key allow only single null value. So we cannot update in email address with null value, right? That should not be possible. Now let's see another example which may occur in the error. So whenever we are doing group by count of star, group by customer ID, right? So let me, so it is showing all customer IDs coming one time only, right? But now over here, let me try to mention last name. So let's see whether it is working or not. So it is not working, right? Because column name customer ID is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or group by close. So over here, what should be there? Customer ID either should be there in aggregate function. Now let me try. It is giving same error, right? So over here, you cannot specify any other column name. You must need to specify column name which is not a part of a aggregate function in the select close. That column name only you can specify over here. So these are the common errors occurs while doing the DML or DDL operations. Maybe few more errors we will see in the next video. Till then, please do like, comment, subscribe, and share as much as possible. Thank you.